Life is way too short, so live it to the fullest. If you always dreamed of having that one thing you always wanted to do with life, and you are passionate about it, fight for it. Work day and night for it. Give up your time and your peace and your sleep for it. Because in the end, it'll be well worth it. Don't let anyone push your dreams away and make them invisible. Be firm and follow them, because everything is possible.
May 14th, 2014, our first show in Southern Maryland. Yeah, it was Leonardtown. It's at Leonardtown Academy, I think it was, the hall, whatever that is over there.
Like a hockey rink thing.
It was like a little hockey rink. It was, and I remember it was like $85 an hour. We had to do like 5-hour minimum. Put a show together. The first pro wrestling show, I think, that was in Southern Maryland. 4 years later, so May 14th, 2014, and now here you are, September 8th, 2018. 4 years later, 2 years as GXW, then GXW closed down, shut the doors down. Reopened as C.R.A.B.
What was the very first C.R.A.B wrestling match since revolving from GXW Maryland to C.R.A.B wrestling?
Man, I can't even remember what the first C.R.A.B wrestling match would have been. I guess it would have been at St. Michael's. I think we would have definitely had, I want to say Chris Hero was on, that one was a C.R.A.B show?
Yeah.
I think our first C.R.A.B show was with Chris Hero.
Were you talking about like in-house trainings or just?
It could be both. Betty wrestlers. It could be.
I was saying the first one probably would be the Betty wrestlers. We had the tournament for that little white belt.
Oh, the Southern Maryland champion?
Yeah.
Darn.
First debut.
I hate those belts, those little cheapo belts.
Yeah.
And I love how everybody's so excited when I fell victim to the same thing too, man. I got that belt. I was so excited. I got it. Finally, when I got it, I was like, damn it, I'm disappointed with this thing.
I looked at it. I was like, I had it up on the mantle. I'm like, my mom had put it up there.
Damn
She
it.
was like, what? Why are you so proud of this thing?
Yeah, no kidding.
The one I got now is the one you should be proud of.
Yeah,
Please.
that's a heavy one. Yeah, it's all about the weight, that little things. And I see so many organizations that have that belt. It's just like, damn it.
Yeah, but
I know you paid $250.
remember when I remember that day we had Sanjay come down, and then it was just me and Ian. I had hurt my back, and Ian was running the ropes and stuff. Sanjay got so pissed. He was like, God damn it, Ian, if you can't run the ropes for 2 fucking minutes, how can you run a 15-minute fucking match? Shit. I'm like,
Yeah, I'll say that's the first time I saw Sanjay blow up, man. I'll admit, that's the first time he got serious. He was so angry. And I don't blame him if you can't run the ropes for 2 minutes. I mean, what are you doing wrestling?
exactly.
Sanjay got blown up?
No, hell no. Sanjay did not get blown up after 2 minutes.
About.
I'm going to make sure I credit that John Washington said Sanjay Dutt got blown up in 2 minutes.
You said.
I better hear this sound bite on here somewhere, too.
Yeah, exactly.
And it better not be cut up into being like...
I don't want to put that in the video.
Why not?
You better put that in the outtakes, man. That way...
Damn it.
No, definitely not. But Sanjay used to come down. He used to come down once a month, man. He came down once a month for probably a year and a half.
Oh, yeah.
And he was the, he was the guy that I brought in to be the head trainer to give the school some validity.
Yeah, it was some validity, all right. I learned a lot of stuff from that. I always forget that little Sanjay, his little role that he taught us. I always forget to do it in matches.
Yeah, I'd say Sanjay's one of the best minds I've had the opportunity to work with, so it's really nice to have that under our belt.
This is not another 18-blade razor, because this is one blade from Philips Neuroca, a blade for beards and stubble. Shave and shave any length, and be your best you with one blade from Philips Neuroca. Innovation in you.
Oh,
Philips
damn it,
Neuroca. $2.99 for car hop.
not you, too.
He's the one that held it with you while you had tears.
And every time something hard came, your mouth was like...
Yeah,
you were like,
yeah.
could think in the dream. You were doing what you heard.
He was doing his stroke.
On the other extreme, this is just waiting to be activated.
Cat Williams told a story once about how people need to always get bigger and better and move up. And if you're still selling, you know, like weed 5 years later, you need to reevaluate yourself or whatever. I don't know. I can't remember the story, but ultimately it comes down to like we all want to get bigger and better. You know, we all want to try and improve and take that next step. And sometimes you may think you know the right steps, but you really don't. You know, and until you talk with people that have taken those steps before and listen to them and sit under that learning tree, you know, it's always good. I mean, you got to realize, man, Kevin Sullivan legit was, you know, somebody responsible for WCW taking over WWF at the time, you know, like on TV, on ratings. You know, he was responsible for writing scripts that, you know, millions watched. You know, he was responsible for agenting and supervising shit that we could only dream of.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I look at his picture, like I look at like stuff of him now. Like I watched MLW the other day, and I seen him on there during that little Rumble thing. I was like, oh, look at Sullivan. He's sitting there going to work, pounding at everybody. I'm like, yeah, good. But I liked it, man, because that was somebody I didn't really know, because I didn't grow up in that era. I was in the 95. I was a 95 kid. I grew up in the like mid-attitude era. Shit just started getting really hot. That's when it started slowing down. I'm like, all right.
Yo, you been seeing white dicks all day today, dog.
Damn it! That's gonna be in the video too.
In the beginning, the water supply was all little dicks out, dude.
Alright, that's enough.
What is the definition in your eyes of the word family when it comes to crime? What is the word brother?
You gotta remember, man, family is a large stretch of term, man. You got family, you got family members. I mean, I can speak for my family alone. There's family members you can't get along with. There's family members that are distant that you may not have talked to in a long time. There's family members that you love. There's family members that you can confide in. You know, and in the end, they're all family, you know, and they're all there to better everybody as a whole. And that's how C.R.A.B is, you know. We're at that stage now where here we are 2 years. You know, as much as I'd like to say 2 years, really, realistically, it's been 4 years. You got to include the GXW years as part of C.R.A.B, as part of growing up. But, you know, I noticed it in GXW. I saw it as well. You know, people get frustrated, people get upset, people get tired, people realize it's not their dream. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. So they go on their separate ways. And that's kind of the stage we're at now. You know, it's been 4 years later, and some people are kind of realizing, well, maybe this isn't what I want to do. And some people have realized that it's, you know, they got lives that they want their wife and the kids to take care of. And that's cool. I can respect all of that. We don't look down upon any of that. So, but they're still family. You know, the day they step foot back into the house, they'll still be treated as family. They'll still be welcomed inside and come hang out and break bread with us. You know, a lot of these guys don't know it now, but they're going through like the highlight of their lives. They're going to look back 20 years from now and remember taking a road trip to Ohio to wrestle in front of thousands of people, you know, and go enjoy tacos and tequilas afterward and be treated like superstars. You know, this is where we escape from things. We're no longer, you know, Brandon Green, the caregiver to his mother, Isaiah Frazier, the Ace hardware store worker. You know, we're no longer those guys. We're now wrestlers and trained athletes that people don't know anything about what we do in our real lives. They just see us entertaining hundreds and thousands of people and traveling on the roads. And their conception is that, man, they're getting paid so much money. They're out there really doing it and really living the life.
When we're not really, we're just regular people.
Just regular people, man. Regular people. But this is our weekend to get away from being regular people and to get in front of them and entertain them.
Coach's fifth.
I think everybody that's going on this trip is really, you know,
real key person on this. Because you have like, you got Josh who is kind of starting to try to become into his
Wait,
own.
how's Josh getting up here?
He's with Silverback.
No, I think Silverback went by himself with his family.
I think he went and got Josh too before he went.
Think so?
I hope so.
All right.
If not, it's gonna be me and Dezmon. He hasn't said nothing yet, so we'll see.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Forgot about good old Joshy.
But yeah, you have like guys like Josh who has a mouth on him who can work for his size, but then I mean his. I'm gonna be honest, he has a bit of an ego for how young he is, because I don't think he got this attention when he was this young. So now that he's getting it all and doing what he loves to do, it's like, which I get it. Everybody gets an ego at sometimes, and it's understandable. But he can work. He's a great kid, and we got Dezmon. I call him Super Negro.
And if we can break something, if we can pull something out of Dez, man, he's got so much potential, but there's just something that's lacking. Yeah, there's just something that's missing. I can't quite put my finger on it.
I think he should change his name from King. Like, use his military background or something.
I like Space Force, to be honest, man. I'm all over Space Force. You got to jump on that shit while you can. And I think that could be heel or face, depending on where you are. People that love Trump, they're going to be like, oh, this is awesome. People that hate Trump, they're going to boo him out the building.
They're going to be like, fuck this dude.
I'm serious, man. Space Force is somebody needs to jump on that. Nobody's jumped on it yet, but they will once they hear John Washington's podcast about this go out. There'll be Space Force motherfuckers everywhere.
What do you think about Mikey Baker or Ernesto, the Night Owl?
Ernesto ain't going.
Ernesto ain't going. Ernesto ain't going. Mikey Baker will be entertaining. The Lethal One will be good and entertaining out there. He's got a loud mouth to get people looking at him. That's what this show's going to be. It's just going to be thousands of people walking around, drinking tequila, puking, eating tacos. And the louder you are, the more attention you get. Yep. That's right.
That's what it's all about. So they just expect all around like good fun show.
Oh man, this is just going to be out in the open in the middle of thousands of people wandering around, man.
It's going to be outside.
It is going to be outside. It is going to be outside.
It's going to be hot as shit.
Allegheny Mountain Tunnel.
They say Frazier, he competed for the NWA World Championship.
I still say if he had trained harder, he could have been it all in.
I could have.
He could have been the
I
one
coulda
facing
had-
him instead of Cody.
Brother,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, my match with Cody probably would have been better.
Yeah, the famous gig
I forgot
incident.
what we're doing
Yeah,
up
like-
here.
What?
Say hi, Mama.
Say hi to the world, mother.
The flash wasn't supposed to be on.
Hello, world.
It's Mother.
I said it's been so long, I've forgotten why we're going here.
We're going to Ohio to wrestle. Cleveland, Ohio, the Cleveland Taco Festival. Inside of the casino and horse racetrack.
Oh my.
Yeah.
You've never had a snack. You've got to have platefuls.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
I truly, truly believe that we are all brought into this universe for a reason. And I try not to be another statistic in this universe that we live in today. I try to be different. I try not to be just an ordinary guy. I try to be extraordinary. A lot of people, they have their dreams and their aspirations and their passion, something that they always wanted to do in life. But yet they're stuck at their normal 9-to-5 jobs, which makes them miserable. You see, me, that's not really how I roll. That's not really my lifestyle. My dreams, my passions, my aspirations I don't just let them sit there. I go for them and I make them a reality. Ever since I was young kid from the South Bronx, New York City, all I ever wanted to do was be an entertainer. So as I got older, man, this obsession became real. Watching some of the greats that have been my inspiration, people like Eddie Guerrero, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Shawn Michaels, Andre the Giant. I mean, the list, it goes on and on. I seen an ad on television, and it was a wrestling training academy called Ground Zero Pro Wrestling. I was like, man, this is it. This is the moment I've been waiting for. This is gonna be a reality. My life motto is never quit. This is my life. And I think it's awesome. I'm just that same kid. That same little kid. Just living out his childhood dream.
Hey, how much the flower count? How many books? What you think? I don't know. I probably got like 2 or 3 more. Oh, okay, good. Sheets are good. I'm talking about. Oh, not even the rack. My wax sucks.
Damn it.
It's over here. It's gonna be at that light over there. There, right there. Look at that thing. Gorgeous.
What the fuck?
Yep. Gorgeous. Maybe it isn't.
In a quarter mile, the destination is on your right. 21501 Emery Road.
So if he got this and he was like, yeah, man, we gonna do it big. I'm sorry, man.
It's a beautiful building right there.
Zion, baby. I love the way she moves. I see the way she's coming. I wanna rock her body. I know she's waiting for me. I love the way she moves. I see the way she's coming. I wanna rock her body. I know she's waiting for me. She's like Shakira belly dancing on a Grammy Awards, like Beyonce clapping her foot in the MTV show. She's so amazing. She drives me crazy. Baila, baila, mamita, que te quiero ver. Rompiendo la pista abusadora. Eres bien tentadora.
Anything that you want to say?
Stay out of the Silverback's way. Beware Monster Mania.
And the sun.
And the sun.
And the sun.
stretch my neck too much. Lethal beatdown.
Your main event is for the MAW Tag Team title. The challengers, sending money to the capital of ISIS. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Capital Vices.
takes.
Gotcha.
My niggas was infiltrated, I'm devastated. Know they wishing that I never made it, I hesitated. Dropping bombs on them, every move was premeditated. Beat the odds on them, I feel like I just elevated. Me and my niggas was infiltrated, I'm devastated. Know they wishing that I never made it, I hesitated. Dropping bombs on them, every move was premeditated.